could.
We're passing it over.
Is this where we end the podcast? Yeah.
So we brought in Alangsar, Lallana, and Edward.
What are we doing with players out? Because I don't think we know who's going. Do you want to do that at the end, or do we do it now?
Yeah, we'll do it at end because then we'll know who's coming in, so we know who needs to stay and who needs to go.
Some of Kieran's players might end up being like bench players.
I don't know. I think one or two could possibly make a break to start, and then the others are definitely bench. So I've got right back, left back, centre mid, centre back, centre forward. Where do you want to start?
Oh my God!
May as well go right back and add him to the list.
I think Eric will like this. So obviously we're going off transfer market. Some of these fees I don't agree with. I reckon it'll be highly inflated. So we've got Ethan Laird.
No, you're not getting him.
This isn't so
he's on a 5-year contract. You're not getting him.
So no, he's got an extension for another year from next year, according to transfer market.
All right, okay.
Yeah, I know this is fine, but who is he? What? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, he's a youth player, so you don't need to know.
Yeah, but where's he coming from? What crack?
So he's from Manchester United. He's 18-year-old. He's valued at 1.8 million.
See some background information. What we're going on.
He'll be a homegrown player. So obviously we're fitting some quarter. And he's got European Cup minutes, hasn't he, Eric?
Against Astana.
Yeah, he's well.
Is that where he got beat?
They all count.
Yes.
Yeah, but he's got minutes in Europe. He's highly rated at United. So obviously that's why we might not get him. But
I don't think you'll get him because how highly rated he is at United.
Oh, there could be you could do if United are sort of stacked at right back, you could do some sort of deal where
we're stacked at right back.
We are.
That's why we're selling.
Stacked.
So we'd be offering a Man United first. Like if we sell him, Man United will be the first ones to be able to buy him back. So yeah, I think he wouldn't start, but I think you'd shot him in the under-23 squad, and then when you're playing a Capital One and early FA Cup, he'd definitely be involved in the first team. Moving on to left back.
May as well.
Our favourite left back. We just
George Friend.
Don't start. Hayden Coulson. Anything? Hayden Coulson?
I've got no comment.
Do you want to give some more background info again?
So Hayden Coulson.
Not everyone's going to know who he is.
Middlesbrough.
I don't mind it.
He's a good player, so he's at Middlesbrough. It's his first season.
Him.
It's the first season he's had consistent. He's been at Cambridge, I think St Mirren, and somewhere else in between. So he's actually finally nailed down the space. He's a very attacking player, but he can do his job in defence. No nonsense. He'll go in for a tackle. He'll put his body on the line for the team. It's a type of player Newcastle fans will absolutely love because he'll play to their hearts. 1.6 million. But I think Middlesbrough would probably be looking around 5 million for him just because of how highly rated he is at the club. So yeah, he's 21 as well. So he's still under 23. So you've got I think these two are low risk, high reward. If it pulls off, if not, you spent a combined 3.5 million. So it's not too bad there.
I think as well.
Go on, Liv.
At left back, we've only really got Jethro, who's on loan anyway. So yeah, we don't really have much cover. And if they do, it's not quality that you really want in a starting 11 or whatnot.
So what I was going to say, plus Willems has done his ACL. Or he's ruptured his cruciate. Yeah, so he's out for, well, it says return unknown, but I know Coulson's been playing first team football.
Good evening, Aidan Coulson.
Excuse me.
He's been playing first team football, so it's not like he's gonna. Obviously, he'll need a different period because it's different in standard, but it's not like he's not fit, sharp, and he's ready to go. So it's not worst. It's not worst approach.
Like you said as well, low risk, high reward. If it pays off, you could sell them on profit.
Yeah, I need a left back anyway. Because I don't really fancy Dummett, who's also injured.
He looks a twat with that hair as well. And he dyed it blonde.
Do we have a left back at the club?
Yeah.
Danny Rose.
Danny Rose.
Is Harry filling in?
Well, technically, at
Eric's a left back.
yeah, at Newcastle.
I'll do a job.
No.
At Newcastle, we've got one left back. And you'll know it. I don't want to say his name again because it makes me feel sick.
Go on. Choose.
Paul Dummett. And then Willems and Danny Rose.
Is that actually it? They only have 2 on loan and then 1.
Yeah. We need a left back.
I think Aidan Coulson's for the money as well.
Well, yeah, they brought Danny Rose in when Willems got injured, didn't they? So that's why.
You can do a job there.
I mean, I still would bring Coulson and put him as first choice left back at this rate.
I think you'd have to. You only fit left back.
That can work well if you throw him in.
The thing is with Coulson
on hunt now for left back. Give me a minute.
The thing is with Coulson is you could shot him in straight away.
I think you could.
And like I said with the Newcastle fans, he might not pull out 8 out of 10 every week, but his commitment to the team, the Newcastle fans will love. So even if he does have a few shockers at the young age, I think the Newcastle fans will get behind him, realising what they've got in front of them. And if he shows a commitment, they'd be absolutely loving it.
Plus, I don't think fans are expecting an 8 out of 10 a minute every week from standard that Newcastle are playing at. So I think, like you said, I think they'd like to get behind. They'd get behind him well, being young, and they'd want him to do well. And I think they'd accept that might make a few errors, or it might take him a bit to get up to speed at Premier League. But in the long run, it's probably going to pay off. Pay off well. Because
I think as well, for one thing I've always thought is fullback's probably like a safe position to throw a youngster in.
Yeah.
Like it's not like if you throw him in up top, he don't score goals, he's shit, loses confidence, or like if he's a keeper, makes a mistake, he's probably not going to play again. But if you put left back or right back, it doesn't really matter, does it? Like you're just going to get back getting experience, and I feel he's a good player.
Target to bring forward, lads.
Yeah, well, you can do yours at the end, Eric.
You've had your turn.
We're on the youth report now.
I know, your fault for not finding a left back in the first place.
Coulson also played.
Excuse me.
Played against. Oh my god!
Shut your mouth. I'm in charge.
Coulson played against. I think it was Knockout playing on the right, and I'd say Knockout's a sort of Premier League. I'd say bottom half Premier League player.
Apparently, been shocking this season. Knockout.
He done fairly well and scored against us, but Coulson did quite well against him.
It's not an achievement.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll move on to centre back. I'm going to have to refer this.
Coulson,
sorry,
he's English, isn't he?
Yeah, English.
Got time for that.
I'm going to refer this one to the chief scout to send some more team over to watch him. I don't know much about him, but Mohamed Salisu. So he's 10 million from Real Valladolid.
Is it Mohamed Salah?
Yeah, centre back. Played nearly every game this season so far.
Wait, where is he?
Where is he?
Yeah.
Could be anywhere in this lockdown.
No, who's he playing for?
Real Valladolid.
Valladolid.
In Valladolid, yeah, Valladolid, Valavuvu. You know, 20-year-old he is.
Fair enough.
And he's been a starter for them, so obviously he's getting his game time. But the problem with Newcastle, I think, is you could argue it's a problem with every team. We haven't had a centre-back pairing that's consistently played in absolutely ages, which is like down to injuries or just not being good enough. The last one was it Colaccini and whoever played with him.
Stephen Taylor.
That was your last consistent pairing for Newcastle. So he's 20-year-old. You could either throw him in or you could sort of use him as a sub. But I feel like Newcastle now need to get that centre-back pairing again, so you've got that spine building up the team. So I think he'd be a good appointment. 10 mil though might be a bit much for a 20-year-old who there's not much known about. So that's a defence sorted. So I've got centre mid and centre forward.
But with him, I think we do need a centre half because we're getting rid of about 18.
Yeah.
But we're paying quite a lot for Sarr, so he's going to start if we get him. And then it's probably going to be Lascelles, and then Cher's going to be third choice. So then whoever comes in is going to be fourth choice. So is he going to want to sit? It's a lot of money for a fourth choice, but then again, if we can raise enough.
I'll say with Newcastle as well, they are a very marketable team. So if they not pick players, if they sign players from their like African countries, sort of South America, you're tapping into a new market of fans as well. So,
what nation is he from?
But this guy's from Valladolid, from Spain.
Yeah, but I think he's like Senegal or something like that. So
Yeah.
he'll probably be playing international football for them soon. So you're sort of like looking at the market inside as well. But it's the same with Sarr as well. Like,
To be fair, Senegalese Prem players are loved.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You think of players that have played Prem as Senegalese, they're always loved, aren't they?
El Hadj.
Yeah, even shithouses like that.
Has anyone got the phone or laptop spare to actually search him? Because I don't know if he is from Senegal.
Mine's next.
Harry
can do it. He's gaffer.
Mohamed Salisu. Might be Mali or something like that.
So you're telling me you haven't done your job?
No, because I didn't have the budget from the club to go to Africa. To go to Spain.
You have the budget to go online and research him.
I'm going to have to.
You had the budget, we can't have flights.
You are sorry, Sam.
I'm spelling Salisu.
It's Ghana.
It's a Ghana, so it's Rebecca Ghana, Harry.
That's why I wanted to do it. He knew.
So Ghana, there's also that aspect of like your shirt sales and stuff, because the African market for football teams is very big.
They've had quite a big hitters on Tyneside as well, haven't they? Obviously, Bar, Cisse.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, just maybe from a marketing point of view.
Can't the Real Madrid want to sign him?
Well, the Army, what a player.
Salisu.
Yeah, Salisu.
Yeah, we're not getting him, lads, so we'll cross him off the list.
No, you never know, because like youngsters are always touted to go Madrid anyway, but they don't always end up there.
But with Madrid, they're finally starting to look for Ramos's replacement, where before it's been who are we getting to play with Ramos, but now it's getting to the point of we need that long-term replacement. So
they need someone to partner with Varane.
Yeah,
Madrid are a mess at back.
We are, to be fair. Anyway, we're not doing rebuild Madrid.
That's next episode.
Moving on to midfield. So this is where I'm going on about transfer market and values. So I've got Billy Gilmore.
Oh my God!
What?
I'm not saying no.
Is it because he's better than any
Why
Manchester
would you leave
United?
Chelsea?
Eric, just to let you know, maybe people at home who are in the same mindset of Eric, we aren't in charge of Newcastle United.
We are.
I think one or two could possibly. Harry is the manager. Sam's not director of football.
Yes, he is. We're not getting Billy Gilmore.
Right, so Billy Gilmore's down as 4.8 million. This is where I feel like he's definitely not. But we said we're going off transfer market, so that's what we're going off. 18-year-old. Obviously, I think he fits into that midfield position that we need very well, and he'd probably start every week. To be fair,
I'd bring him in on loan. I don't think
you are the chief scout, you dickhead.
Yeah, well, if you bring him on loan, but yeah,
I'd happily take him on loan, but we won't be able to afford him.
Like I say,
fit release clause, wasn't it, that'd kill us?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm not privy to that information as a youth scout.
Eric,
I think you can find it out.
Eric,
has he thrown his headphones off?
Yeah.
Eric, put them on. Nice pictures on wall.
Right. Kieran, go through your next one.
So striker, centre forward.
Marcus Rashford.
No. Harry, Sam will know a lot. Liam will probably know. Eric will have no clue at all. 22-year-old, 5.8 million. Carlin Grant from Huddersfield.
Good player.
Like we say with the youth, we're not bringing him in to start straight away. So I think Carlin Grant could be a very good sort of cup player, second fiddle.
I think it'd be second choice if you wanted to sell Joel and bring Grant in.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
So he's 5.8 million. 22-year-old, so he's still fitting you under 23. But yeah, so that's my five scouting options.
So just run us through them again, name by name.
He's out for.
In fact, Billy Gilmore, Mohamed Salisu, and Carlin Grant.
I think out of them two, it'd be Grant and I mean, the two I'd go for Grant and listen. And who did you say at the back?
Ethan
Coulson. Yeah, Coulson and they're
no
at Newcastle
maybe.
I'd take Coulson and Grant, and I'd take Gilmore on loan if we could.
I think Coulson's a shoe-in because we ain't got a left.
Yeah, we have to take Coulson.
Well, yeah, they brought Danny Ranieri.
Can Ethan Laird play left back?
No.
No.
I like Grant as well. I like Carl and Grant, but if we're doing that, we've got strikers to get rid of.
And what's 6 mil rising to 10 million if we want to be arsey?
Yeah, I know. I get what you're saying. I like Grant as a signing because it's kind of player that you look for when you're rebuilding a side. Similar to Watkins, is a young player that not going to cost a lot of money. Well, because
I think
potential to bring him a lot more back, and if it does go wrong, it's 10 mil.
Yeah.
I think with all these signings, I think with all of them, you're not going to lose money on any of the players. No. Even if they don't perform well, you're not going to lose a lot. So you're kind of either going to make profit and not perform, and we sack Harry, and then we save money on his contract because he's shite. Look at him. So I think they're definitely. Oh. So then I think we need to kind of start looking at who's going to be out the door then. Now we've kind of set on who's coming in. So
go through it again.
This would be this is what the starting 11 I'd pick, Harry.
I don't care what you think.
I am the chairman. I'm just putting it forward. I'm going to leave you with it. So obviously we'll have Darlow in net.
Darlow in net?
No, not Darlow, sorry. I don't know why I put that. I've got the Dubravka, don't they? Yeah. Who are we having right back? Because I want to leave full back to you.
Take your pick, mate. We've got 25.
Out at 15 we have probably before anyone comes in, it'll be Edlin.
Yeah, and then I'd have Lascelles and Sarr if we make that signing.
If we make Sarr, yeah.
Yeah, Coulson at left back. That's not a bad back four.
I mean, have we got a choice in that situation?
Plays from that African country.
At left back.
You've still got Danny Rose till end of season.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, so you've got. We're not bad at back, and then midfield at B. I forgot who we signed now. It was that long ago. Lallana, Longstaff,
Bentaleb.
I think you've got to play Longstaff just because he's a Newcastle lad, isn't he? Well,
you've got to play at least one of them just to.
Yeah.
You need to keep that DNA of having local lads. Like Coulson is sort of local.
It's like
Longstaff.
The academy, isn't it?
You need to keep. Yeah, you need to keep them in.
I like that.
And it'd be St. Maximum, Edouard, and Almiron, which that's not a bad front three.
That's
really
good front.
So then who's if that's your starting 11? Who's going then? Because no one's safe outside of that.
No one's. Anyone can get it.
Yeah.
You get rid of 15 at back four.
Yeah.
Strip that right down.
For me, we keep Share.
Hayden's got to go.
Yeah.
Isaac Hayden should have gone a long time ago.
If we go from back and work up. So Rob Elliott goes for me.
100%.
Rob Elliott can go. Leaves you with Dubravka and Darlow, and then when needed, you can call either Woodman back from Swansea or promote a young player from.
Yeah, I'd back Woodman, sorry.
Centre halves.
Here we go.
Defenders in general. So Dummett can go. Lejeune can go. Clark can go. Fernandez can go. Which leaves Lascelles, Share, Danny Rose, who's on loan. Dummett can go.
Twice. Is that shite? He can go twice.
You say, go on, lad, off you go. Come back now. Fuck off.
Yeah, so you're left with Willems and Rose on loan for a year, but Willems is injured. Yedlin, Kraft, Manquillo, Sterry, Share.
He's off.
Lascelles, Sarr, if we sign him.
Starr can play left back as well.
And Coulson, if we sign him.
Yeah.
Fine by me. Gets rid of all old players that we didn't want. Brings us back probably about 20 million ish.
That's what I mean about Newcastle. They've got a lot of assets, like stockpiled players, which you can just shift 4 or 5 mil a piece.
Manquillo can go. That's 5 mil.
So then I think we need to kind of start looking at who's
probably keep just because he's English and he's through academy. He's not going to play much, but he can sit on bench. The midfielders, Aiden can go.
Colback's got to go.
Colback.
Yeah, and then I'd have Lascelles.
I'm an assistant manager earlier.
A big one. I think Shelby can go for me.
I'd be open to that.
Don't know how you feel about that, but for me, Shelby can go.
I'd be open to it.
I just think that he's 28. He's not old, but he's not young anymore by any stretch. He's a good player when he's on it, but
if we properly replaced him, I'd say yeah. But
his consistency's let him down of it years. He's a bit of an hothead. Granted, not as much anymore, but he's still in him. And I think if we're going to play Lallana, Bento, and Longstaff, we've still got other Longstaff to play. So that potentially puts him fifth choice. I don't think he's happy as a fifth choice midfielder for Newcastle.
No, I'd be open to that because Shelby, you'll probably get. He's at the time now. If you're going to sell him now.
Yeah, it's 15.
He's only going to go down his value. So if you sell him now, and he's been there throughout all the shite, so maybe he's like freshen it all up, get rid of him. And then what about Matt Ritchie?
Yeah, again, couldn't go for me. He's 30.
30.
There's 8 mil on here.
Who was it that were 28 earlier?
Anthony, hear me?
Hell.
Anthony. He's not finished. He's only 28.
Yeah, so we get rid of Ritchie. You can look at that.
Ritchie can go. I don't know who this Xavier.
He's awful.
He used to be an FM10 wonder kid.
Well, to be fair, he's 29. He's worth 800k.
Fucking hell.
He can go. Christian Atsu.
Ooh.
Gone under the radar a bit.
He can go.
He's 28 as well. Staff to play. So
These players are going to get any better that you've mentioned.
Yeah, I think in where that you want Newcastle to move forward, I don't think these fit bill for players that we're looking at. So I think they can go.
Yeah, you get rid of Dwight Gale.
Few of them were brought in his place that'd win you the championship under Rafa, like Ritchie, Hayden, Atsu were all brought in to get them promoted out at championship, but they're not Premiership quality.
Yeah.
So there's Atsu. Then there's Dwight Gale. 9 mil, 29.
I reckon you'd be able to stretch it to about 12 because there'd be a few championship clubs after him.
Because especially at championship, because he goes well in championship. He's
always and 12 mil. That guarantees you
20.
Yeah, so that's so. Then there's someone's going to sign him. Then it leaves Yoshinori Muto. 27, 5 mil. I completely forgot that they'd signed him.
Shite.
And Andy Carroll.
He's staying for 18 months, reviewing it, end of that.
Yeah. Carroll's something different that if it's not working with Edward or whatever else we've got. Edward. Saying that, if we do get rid of Gale, Joelinton, Muto.
I think mean Grant and Edward.
Oh, Grant. I forgot about Grant. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, if I'd say we keep Carroll and review it after 18 months, and then it's you play your Edward and your Grant, and then if you want something different, you need to change it up. You can throw Carroll on and do that change it.
And if you get in a cup game against League Two, play Hayden Coulson on wing, Malang Sarr at left back.
Oh, to be fair, I didn't mention about Coulson. He can play left wing as well. It's not just left back. He's versatile.
Yes. So we're getting rid of a fair few. I reckon.
So that means you'd have to buy some more.
I've got 2 left back options.
All in all,
you can piss off with your left back.
Well, I've got one.
Kieran, I can sack you, so get out.
You're sacked anyway. We're just taking the names and you're gone.
I'm the head scout.
Yeah.
Looking at
Scout. I can sack
you. Money wise, depending on how much you get for Joelinton, you're looking at. I mean, he says he's worth 18 mil, so he's selling for. I think you can get 25 for him at least.
From someone.
25 for him. He'll probably go China for like 30.
Sunderland.
Yeah.
So I'd say you're looking at about 60 mil between.
Yeah, that's something you can raise quite a lot.
But we have lost
about 18,000 players.
About 10, 11 players we've lost.
But none of them are sort of, well, apart from 3 or 4, none of them are actually like in and around, to be honest.
Yeah, we are losing a lot of in-betweeners, shall we say, that aren't really first team.
But you're bringing in 4 or 5 as well, so you're only down about 6.
You're bringing in quality over quantity as well.
Yeah, so you probably want another 3 or 4.
So 3. Yeah, 3 or 4.
Yeah, I'd say you want a winger, another striker, and a striker, I reckon. We know we're keeping Carroll, aren't we?
No, we've got Grant.
Yeah, another centre mid. Yeah, I forgot about Carroll. You need another centre mid.
I've got a good centre mid.
Midfield.
Ronaldo Vieira.
Or winger.
Oh, let's get Calvin Phillips in for 60 mil.
Whoa, no.
No, he's not even that fucking good, like, man.
Don't know if that was a Geordie, a Scouse, or a
all the above. No.
60 mil.
45.
Can I
fucking hell.
You're miles off it.
Can I present
80?
20 mil, I won't pay up more.
25. You're South Yorkshireman, you're shrewd.
I want him to do well. As a
No, you
South
don't.
Yorkshireman, I want him to do well, but I don't think.
I want him to break his leg.
25 mil, I think you get for him.
So
I won't take it.
With Newcastle, so let's get back up.
Is business done?
I think so, but we needed to pad out a few more, positions if we're getting rid of 11.
Could do a few more in.
But
What about your use, Kieran? Because we didn't take them all.
Yeah.
We could review some of your options.
Can I present one?
Why don't we leave these gaps for our 5 listeners to fill in themselves?
One listener each has a position to fill in.
To be fair, there's 5 of us now, so are we the listeners?
I don't listen to it, mate, so
No,
we've at least got one.
I
I don't see the point when I live it live. You know what I mean? I won't go home and watch what I did at work.
You've lost a listener as well, because I used to listen to him, but now
we've got names, but should we just leave it for the imagination of the Geordies to pick out who they'd get in as well?
Yeah. We should have got. Do you know what we should have done? Someone should have phoned Connor.
It's true.
Hey, man, yeah, I think it's good, like.
Fucking
scalps and brownies.
Yeah. Right. So, Kieran, did you do the other task I asked you to do?
Yeah. This is a mint pre-season 2 of this.
So yeah, for the people at home.
Oh no.
So as Kieran,
have you put a youth scout in charge?
I'm going to explain that. Right. So the average age at squad was 27.8. That's going to come down when we sign all these youngsters. Kieran's going to be working with most of them anyway. So I thought. So put him in charge of organising where we're going, because he's organised out of all of us. He's organised the most successful events. He might be a knobhead, but he organised Rochdale away and Middlesbrough Salford. So he's in charge of it. So where we're going, Kieran?
Alton Towers was this close.
Yeah, but Harry was kind of had an input. That's why it failed. So we want 4 fixtures abroad on a tour, and then I want 3 in England.
So we're going to do 2 in 1. In England, so just down the course from each other. So we're going to start off with Blackpool.
I just knew that would come in.
Because
Benny Dom.
I'm doing this for the Newcastle fans. They absolutely love Blackpool. But what we're going to do as well is, just to save on air miles and travel, we're going to go up the road and play Fleetwood as well. So we can we'll play Blackpool Friday night, Fleetwood on the Monday.
Can we go
No, play them on Sunday. Fly out wherever we're going on Monday.
Sunday, we'll fly out from Fleetwood International Airport.
You do it. You do it bank.
Fleetwood International.
You do it bank holiday for fans.
Yeah.
So bank holiday. So what we're going
Newcastle fans would smash it up. They'd punch out donkeys.
They'd love it. They'd love it.
Little fair enough, Carol.
We're going to do them 2, and then we're going to fly out. So we're going to go to
Iron Apple.
We're going to go to
Puerto Rico.
I forgot the name.
Oh, no.
He's thinking off the top of his head now.
Yeah.
CFI Beefer.
Yes!
They gave Barca a run in the cup. I think Barca. Oh, was it Madrid?
Barca.
It was Barca. Was it 1-0.
I don't know. I thought they scored.
I think it was 1-0. I know it was 1-0. Ibiza
2-1.
1-0 up. Yeah, it was 2-1 Barca.
2-1.
2-1, yeah.
So we're going to go up Ibiza. We're then gonna have a decent game, so we're gonna go over to Stuttgart in Germany.
Oof.
Just need to get like some decent quality. Fly back over to France, and we'll have one against Lille. I think is that how many have I done? 3.
3. To be fair, I want to play against Eibar.
It's all right. We can do a double header against Eibar.
Yeah.
We can go to Eibar, and then we fly back to St James's Park, and we bring over Ajax.
Ooh.
Ajax.
And then finish it off with Rangers.
Well, no, because that's not free.
Yeah, but I'm in charge. I can schedule another friendly if I want.
No point me being here.
Rangers pre-season friendlies are mint.
So that'll be. So where would we be going? Recap it.
Blackpool, Fleetwood, same weekend.
Bank holiday.
Fly over to Ibiza, play Ibiza, over to mainland for Eibar.
Spending 2 weeks in Ibiza.
We'll go Stuttgart, go over to Lille in France, main countries in Europe, then back to St James for Ajax.
Because fans are a bit like Interrail, wouldn't they? They'd be able to start in Ibiza, get a boat over to mainland, and then just, travel on train all the way across Europe.
Yeah, exactly.
Could get on board with that.
We'll have to get some sun cream for Harry.
Yeah, definitely.
He's not going.
Although Sam's looking at pace to you start at the moment.
Yeah.
Most importantly, though, we've been waiting an hour and 15 minutes. What music at teams coming out at St James's?
What's the song going to be?
Give me this. You asked me this question, but I struggle to be art director of football who's got any influence on walkout.
Because, right, I'll tell you what.
Charlie.
You're the man that... Sam.
Go on.
You're the man that can do everything. All right? Put a snooker cue in your hand, you'll get a 147 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you know your music. You got highest on music round in quiz.
One Direction.
So you pick bands as your speciality. So you're music man.
Boy bands. So I think it's important. We need something. I'm not one for light shows. I hate light shows before games. So that's not.
Get on now.
We're not having fireworks. We're not having it. We're not having a black art. No bent. Not like that. We're gonna keep. So we'll do it. Music comes on when they're in tunnel, and they walk out to it, and it's one song. We're not having 2. We're not chopping and changing. Newcastle ain't got a song. They ain't got like You Never Walk Alone. They ain't got a I.O. Newcastle.
Marching on together.
They ain't got marching on together. They don't do it. I'm sure they don't. Unless if they do, then I don't know it. So
someone search Newcastle walkout song.
Is that really like old-fashioned one? It sounds awful.
Yeah, so this is a chance to make it.
Fucking hell, mate.
So we go. I was between All the Lights, but it's very popular, and it prompt a light show, which I'm not. And then I'm not too sure. I've not come up with all for definite. I think we could go with something that you can't go with something massively new and big because it's Newcastle fans. I don't think they'll get on with it. I think you need to have it something that they know.
Club Foot Kasabian.
That were a front runner for me. Or right here, right now.
Yeah.
Try or no try.
For me. And just blast it before they're walking out of the tunnel. Would be my opinions.
Harry, you're going to be leading the team out.
Well, no, I stand in dugout and then they come out of the tunnel. Lascelles leads them
No,
out.
but you'll be coming out. We're changing things. You're wearing captain's armband.
Oh my God.
A white suit.
Yeah. I think music. How about we just don't play the music? Or just put Capital on?
Let the fans go. Just let the fans go.
How about every week we run a competition, a fan gets to choose music?
Could have all sorts on.
Exactly.
It'll be the cheesy chips song about Sunderland.
What about Crazy Frog?
No.
Right. It's gone too far now.
Toxic Britney Spears.
I knew you were going to say that. So, Harry.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Oh, we're off. So, Harry, we need to discuss, finally, what the visions are for the club for the next 2-3 years. As a collective group.
I like that.
Championship.
So I'm thinking end of next season, I want a comfortable top 10 finish. So I don't want to be scraping. Listen, I want to reach the quarterfinals of either a Carabao or FA Cup by end of next season. And as a bonus, I want Harry you to challenge for the Europa League as a bonus, not like you must do it. Because I think at the minute the teams that are at like top 8, none of them are like fixed, guaranteed. Like your Sheffield United, they're having a good season. Wolves are having a good season, but there's no promise Wolves are going to carry that on forever.
Man United,
Leicester could be having a above figure season. Man United are way down, so they're probably going to be like relegated by end of 2023.
We are not on the way down.
So what do you think, Harry? The vision 2 to 3 years.
I think
Tell yourself.
Top 10 definitely has to be the aim. I think comfortable top 10 is a bit too much to ask, just because.
Excuse me.
It's so congested.
Shit manager.
So you're gonna have games where you'll be 7th. You might lose 2 in a row and end up 14th. Not having him. Sack him.
Eric's on an inside job to ruin club. So cup competitions.
Yeah, top 10 cup competitions. I want at least one good cup run. Yeah, definitely quarter-final minimum.
Newcastle don't do cup runs either, so that's somewhere where they do need to like improve. Really, I think Newcastle fans would take success in the cup over success in the league.
I think cup runs come with a bit of luck as well, because like if you get Man City in third round at FA Cup at Etihad, you're a bit.
Yeah, but it's just like what's point.
You do your best. Well. Yeah, get more money at club, qualify for Europe. 2
fans love it as well.
You want to qualify for Europe, and third season you want to do well at Europe, go on a bit of European tour, potentially try and pick that 4th place.
Yeah, I like that. I feel like you're going to be given time.
Cheers.
Maybe 5, 6, 7 games. See how we got on with those. I feel like we've got a decent start 11. If Eric, you kind of need to brush up on your scouting ability.
You signed 3 of my players.
That was only because that's all we had available.
You didn't offer any more.
You can only beat what's in front of you, pal.
Kidding, you offered Billy Gilmore.
Right.
So yeah, go on. Chief Scout and Head of Youth Development are always fucking at it, man. You're meant to work together.
I think one of his aims should be progression of youth players through to first team.
I've at least one under 23 player from the youth academy in the first team playing 10 games this season.
Yeah, which is
a smart target.
It's easily doable. And it measures certain quarters that you've got to meet through league and stuff. So I think that's something we have to look towards.
Yeah, I think I agree with everything said there. Kieran, any final closing remarks from the Head of Youth Development?
No. No, I think away from what we've done, I think everyone gets about a minute going on about the obviously buyout of Newcastle. What do you expect Newcastle to do in 5 to 10 years? So sort of like a quick where what will happen in 5 years? Where will it be in 10 years? Sort of thing. Just so this is like obviously away from what we've done. This is just Newcastle as an actual club.
Yeah.
With this buyout, away from Ashley, what do you think lies ahead for them? If Liam wants to go first, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Thanks, Head of Youth Development. I think it depends on what type of owners they are, because I don't think they've run a football club before, and you get different types. Are they going to come in and be hands-on and actually want to improve the football, or are they going to be ones who just want to be here for 10 years, sell it for 400? But if they come in and actually want to invest, I feel like Newcastle's a good club that can like progress quite a lot. There's a lot of room for development. So I feel like they'll probably stay the same, similar where they are now, probably a little bit higher, but they'll be top 10 for the next 10 years, I'd imagine, if it pays off. Because the league's a bit unstable at the minute as it is anyway. So it's a good time to start making movements. So yeah. Who else?
Yeah, I think similar in terms of owners. I think they need to be hands-on with club and like Liam said, be in it for a long run and sign players and put the money where the mouth is. In terms of a team, I think they're on right lines at the minute. I think they've got a good manager in that crowd get behind. I think players wise, yeah, I genuinely do. I think players wise, they start to sign, especially this year, like Maximin and Almiron. They obviously start to pay more for players, which they haven't been doing, but they've started to sign players that get fans on the feet and that are exciting to watch. And it brings a different style of football to Newcastle, to what they've probably not been used to for the last 5 or 6 years. So I think if they carry on with stuff like that, with players of that calibre, then I think they could be, like William said, top 10 for the next 5 years at least, with odd year maybe in Europe. Especially like you said, how uncertain league is. I think now it's time to have a go. Yeah.
I think as well, added on from that, like with what you said about them type of players, if you'd have put Newcastle Burnley on TV, I wouldn't have watched it like 2 years ago. But now, if it's Newcastle Burnley, you'd probably think, St. Maximin might have a fucking right game, so I'll watch it.
I watch Newcastle now just because, not just for Maximin, but
they're better going forward out there to watch.
Yeah. They're exciting. They're good to watch. Maximin, I like Longstaff brothers at Miller Park.
Because Newcastle 2 years ago, whatever it was, they were proper defensive, weren't they, for like a year under Rafa, and it was like you just don't want to watch that type of football.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
there's a chance to turn him into a young, exciting team.
Yeah. I think when Man City owners came in, there weren't any financial fair play either. So like they came in, they bought Robinho one season. Next season they bought so many. They bought David Silva, all that. I think it'll be harder nowadays because financial fair play is so tight. Like, of course they'll get sponsors and they'll get money through sponsors, which they can spend on transfer window. But it's not going to be a case of like Man City have done from 15th to 4th in 3 seasons. It'll take time because of that. So I think they just have to build the foundations and build up like slowly over time.
But I don't think Man City, they had players that could have sold for like 50, 60 mil. But because the value weren't at that value at that point. But obviously Newcastle, it's on losses financial fair play in it. So I feel like they can cover most of that with, like we've said, they could probably raise 50, 60 mil. And then they're only going to spend about 80, 90. So they're only going to be down by like 40 mil. So I think they'll be able to gamble in the first 2 seasons. And if it don't pay off.
They just won't be able to sign that player like that. Yeah. Big superstar player. They'll have to sign players.
I don't think they should.
Good enough to play for him, but not a world beater.
I think they'll get to that point if they take great steps now. 5 years time down the line, they'll be at a point. All going well, they'll be at a point to sign players like that. I don't think now you couldn't just say, right, new owners will pump a load of money in, go and buy whoever for 90 mil, 100 mil, whatever. It's not going to happen. But build them up now with correct players, with younger players, build an exciting brand of football, make it somewhere the way players want to come and play. 5-10 years, you don't know. You could be talking about them signing bigger players.
And yeah, because like you don't want to spend like 90 mil like some clubs and put them on your bench, like Pogba.
Yeah.
Because he's just not a first team player, is he? And that's just a waste of money. And I don't think Newcastle will do that. They'll sign. I think they've got opportunities. It's one big opportunity they've got.
Yeah, it is massive.
The fans have wanted it, and the owners are daft if they don't do something different to Ashley.
Yeah.
That's my closing remark on that.
I think as well they've got to, because Ashley's obviously been notorious for not spending money. I don't think new owners have to come in and just spend. I think it's a case of spending right money at right time. I think if it could go massively wrong if owners just come in and think, right, we'll buy him, we'll buy whoever, just for sake of, because Newcastle aren't used to signing players, almost signing players for sake of it, doing just as much harm as not signing anyone in first place. I think that's what they're going to manage.
What's to add?
I think I'll go on record and say this. I don't mind Newcastle at all. I absolutely despise Sunderland. Sunderland are that club who they think they're big time, but they're not.
We're on about
League
Newcastle,
One. They're struggling in League One, but Newcastle, Premier League club, they've got the fans, 55,000 a week. I think that's what, as well as the money, I think that's what can project them.
I mean, Sunderland got 47 in League One.
Yeah, and they had to beg and beg and beg and beg and beg.
Still got it though, didn't they?
They gave 7,000 free tickets away.
So still would have got 40 in League One.
They gave them away with Happy Meals at McDonald's.
Did you get one?
Yes. No, but so I think the fans can play a big part in the new owners, and I think they could push for top 10 consistently. But I think the first aim should be cup success. So I think they need to be looking at the Capital One, or FA Cup. They just need a win in that 5-6 years.
How old are you?
Cali Cup.
I said Capital One, didn't I?
Milk Cup.
It's Carabao.
Oh, is it a Carabao? Oh shit.
Shows how much Kieran knows about football.
Worthington Trophy.
Carabao or FA Cup. I think we just need that cup success, which puts them into Europe as well. Get a good European run, and I think it goes from there. But I think in 10 years we will see them in that top 6. I think obviously the likes of Sheffield United, Leicester, and Wolves might sort of drop, might not. But I think we could see. I think they could do it in terms of what Tottenham did, where they had Newcastle and Arsenal and Chelsea constantly above them, but now they've sort of broke that. I think Newcastle could break that as well, especially with Arsenal struggling, Man U struggling. Yeah, but
all right. I just want one quick answer. In 10 years, who's going to be more successful, Everton or Newcastle?
Newcastle.
Everton.
I just think they're both at similar crossroads, aren't they?
I think Everton will ever get there. They've always flirted with it and they've never done it. Newcastle have actually now probably got potential.
They've both got, like, I think they're in similar positions.
I think Everton have now got £1 billion owner. I'm not too sure.
The only problem with Everton is they're already 2-3 years down the line in their like vision, and it's not really got anywhere.
I see Everton at the minute as a new club.
I'm off to get my charger, lads.
Under Ancelotti, I think they've never had, with new owners, they've never had this is the first time Everton have had what you would class as probably one of the top 10, maybe even top 5 managers in the world in Ancelotti.
Not Moyes.
Yeah, Moyes were good at Everton. you were good. You were at Everton. You were what you would class as Newcastle, Villa at the time. You were that kind of manager. Ancelotti's won the lot. He's one of the best managers in the world. I think if they're going to do something, they're going to do it under him. And with new owners, I think they've got a serious chance, but it'll take time because similar to Newcastle, Everton have got a lot of shit that needs to go.
Yeah, they could raise a lot of money and Calvert-Lewin, if he improves, carries on.
My guy.
So, Harry?
Yeah.
You can end everything. Here you go.
A lot of shit that needs to go.
Yeah, they could raise a lot of money and Calvert-Lewin.
In terms of chief scout, abysmal. I'd sack him.
He's not even there, and you've sacked him.
He'll be getting a P45 in post. Head of youth development. He's got some work to do, but we'll keep him on.
Yeah, he's all right.
Director of football. Once we've got his walkout music started, we're on to a winner. Just don't turn into Charlie from the Sunderland documentary.
No.
He's
not their director of football, is he?
He's got some director.
I don't know what he is.
He's just a knobhead.
Liam,
you can't.
you're a great chairman.
Yeah.
Best boss I've ever worked under.
Give him